Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bob Wattenberger, and I'm here today with Al Vogel, leader in points so far this year in street stock. Good afternoon, Al. How you doing?
How you doing? Just fine.
Good, good. Even though you came in second place last week, Al, I noticed that you gained a little bit of ground on the DC brothers. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened last week?
Well, they've got a couple of pretty good cars this year, and competition is a little better than it has been. Just came in second place.
I noticed it seemed like you were losing power a little bit towards the end of the race. Was there a problem?
Oh, I got hit a little earlier in the race. My alignment was knocked out, and I heated up a right front tire. Kind of started going away, and I just had to kind of hang on.
Well, even with that, you still did pretty good coming in second like that.
Won't complain about a second.
That and you said track record last week. How did that feel?
Good. Very good.
Yeah, it must be a pretty big accomplishment being the fast man on the track so far.
Oh, I don't know. Larry got the track record away from me for a while in the 14 car and just got it back. He'll probably get his shot at it.
So you guys got a pretty good competition going.
I'd say so. We're out to beat each other. Unfortunately, he's having a better luck right now.
Well, it's still a long season to go, and now we're getting some good weather, so maybe the cars will work better.
Well, I sure hope so. I think when the track gets paved, you'll see a lot faster time.
Yeah, and that should happen within a few weeks.
As I understand it, he should do it within the next 30 days.
Okay, that's good. Well, Al, I wish you luck.
Thanks a million.
Okay.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
See you later, huh?
Okay. Back again. Right now I'm with Tom Cattarelli, driver of car 11 in the super stock class. Good afternoon, Tom.
Hi, how you doing?
Pretty good. You seem to be doing pretty good this year. How does it feel out there?
Well, so far everything's been going pretty smooth for us, less the little normal mishaps everyone has.
Right, and it seemed to get a little crazy last week, and you got into a few scrapes.
Well, I got into it real early in the main event, and that kind of eliminated us, but a lot of work this weekend got us back, so we'll see what we can do now.
Okay, I wish you luck. Being from out of town and being such an aggressive driver out on the track, you seem to polarize fans one way or the other. They either really love you or they come, really get against you. Does that affect you out there?
No, actually it gives you a little incentive. Everybody has to have some people who don't like them, and as long as there's some that do like you, then it kind of evens it out. So it's a lot of fun.
So you try and do better for the fans that are behind you and really give them a boost.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that follow us from Cloverdale. We got a lot of good cars from Cloverdale, and it's just, everybody looks up to you because you are a super stock driver, and their bomber drivers moving up, and if you don't do good, then nobody comes and asks you anything all week. Otherwise, they're all over there wanting to know what's going on. So it's just a lot of good people. That's all.
Is that your son Armand driving out there too?
That's my older brother. He drove here about 10 years ago. We're just trying to sell the car. That's all. When he drives.
Does it? It doesn't affect you then having the two of you out there giving a little competition then?
No, because I was his mechanic when he drove years ago, so it's kind of nice to go out and race against somebody that you idolized for a long time, so it's fun.
And see how you do against him.
Yeah. Well, he's got the inferior car now, so.
So that kind of gives you the edge. Yeah. Well, Tom, I wish you luck.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Come on, let's go! I just don't want nobody saying, well, I didn't know anything about it when they get a $50 fine.
Hello, Bobby.
How you doing?
Good, you?
Okay. So far, starting early at tonight.
Help yourself.
Okay. Yeah, give me a different angle from where I'm up here right now.
Yeah.
Give me a different angle.
Yeah. Any other time, help yourself, okay? If anybody gives you any shit, you tell them to go see out. You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
That's what we have to do. Something we've been a little lax in this year that we will not be lax in anymore. On a red flag circumstance, one man per car. Want everybody to listen, that's one man per car on a red flag circumstance only. Any other time, while these races are going on, under a yellow, where there's an accident or any kind of problem on this racetrack, you better just figure that there's a fence. Clear to that fence and clear to that fence. It runs parallel with those poles out in front. And anybody who crosses that that we see will be fined $50. $50, the first shot. So if you get in an accident out there or something goes on, we don't need a bunch of people out there causing a big commotion. We ended up throwing 2 cars and their crews out for the rest of the year because of a fight circumstance last week that about 90% of it was instigated by the people running out of the pits. And I don't like to throw people out of this area at all. But anytime there is a fight, you want to fight with somebody? Not in these fairgrounds. We will not tolerate it. You throw a punch with somebody, you're out for the year. Just remember, if it's an accident circumstance, these ambulance, tow trucks, and crews have to get to those cars and get the mess cleaned up. And all it is a big mess with the whole pit area running out along the side of the track to get to the cars to take a look. If we need some help pulling a car over or something, we'll call some people over. But otherwise, stay clear. Just like there's a fence running along where those poles are out in front of that track. If something goes on out there, don't be running out because you'll be getting a $50 fine. And that's a promise. We don't need any more problems. We're trying to promote a family atmosphere here. There's women, kids, and so on in the pits. We've got a pretty good crowd going. They don't like to see the kind of stuff that went on last week. If they do, they can go to a boxing rink and watch it. This isn't a boxing rink. This is a racetrack. There's supposed to be some sportsmen around here. That sure didn't show me much sportsmanship, or anybody else, or the people in the crowd.
Really?
Okay, so you know the feelings of this racetrack from this point on fights. You throw a punch at somebody, you're out for the year. If you cross that line, run out there on the racetrack, except like I say, on a red flag circumstance, one man can come out to the car. Any other time, stay off the racetrack. Let the ambulance, let the cleanup crews, let us do our jobs. Okay, while the race is going on out there, I have no way of knowing your lineup except through the scorekeeper. And there's no way I'm going to sit there and argue with you about where you belong out on the racetrack. The only information I have comes from the scorekeeper. And that's all I can go by. So it isn't going to do you any good to argue with me because I can't help it. You can take it up with the scorekeeper afterwards, but it isn't going to do you any good to stop and argue with me. Okay, Cornwall Tool's been putting out some pretty nice tools here lately as prizes. The guy comes around, some of you locals around town, you might mention that you appreciate the patronage out here at the racetrack. Just a little more incentive. He's giving away some hats and so on tonight. I don't know what the tool awards are this week, but he has been giving some pretty nice tools. Okay, as usual, the top 3 will be teched in each division tonight. Supers at the end of your race, pull up to the scales, you'll be teched. Same way with the top 3 in the street stocks, pull up here, same way with the bombers. Same tech procedure. Okay, bombers, some of your cars are beginning to look a little shabby, getting a little dented up and so on. Maybe we can see some more paint and fresh fenders or something, straighten them out a little bit, make them look a little better.
That's all fun, Skip.
Yeah. Okay, we do run a time limit here, and last week we went way over. And last week Dutch heard about it, and when Dutch hears about it, I hear about it. So I got to keep him awake, too. So, hey, we've got to hustle this program up. Anything you guys can think of that can help the program speed it up, well, we'd sure appreciate it. Like after a race is over, instead of taking 2 or 3 cool-down laps, maybe you can just take your 1 and pull on in. We can get the next race going. I'd sure appreciate it. Mini stocks.
No, we're not mini stocks. Compact.
Compact stocks, or compacts, or okay. I've been corrected. Okay, when you guys are on this racetrack, you race under our rules. And everything I'm saying here applies to you guys. We will call it just the way we see it out there on you guys. Fight circumstance, it stands the same way. You won't race this track for the rest of the year. You will be officiated the same way we officiate any other car, any other class here. So So just remember, that's the way it'll be. Okay, as soon as we get some times, we'll go racing, gentlemen. Good luck to all of you.
Take care, Bobby. Hi, how you doing? Oh, just fine. You are just getting so big and beautiful.
Okay, you can see our lineup for this Super Stock Dash. On the pole position, you have Don Smith in car 66. Don is currently in third place in points, has 151. And on his outside, you can see Dennis Sheehy, car number 4. Dennis is currently first in points so far this year. And in the second lane, you can see car 84, driven by Mark Baldwin. And on the outside there is Randy Olson out of Eureka. You can see the cars taking their warm-up laps. Warming up their tires to get a 3 or 4 free laps to make sure everything's running okay. Make sure their tires warmed up. Now they're starting to form up as they go around turn 1. See Sheehy and Smith lined up there in turn 2. I can hear Skip telling Brian to give him one more lap, parade lap, let the fans take a look at him all formed up. See him going down the straight stretch now. Turn 2, they look pretty good. See them going in. Turns 3 and 4, waiting for the green. And there they go. We got the green flag from Brian. Still pretty packed up coming out of turn 2. See Sheehy jumping ahead of Smith. There, going down the straight, taking the first place. You see Baldwin trying to make a move on the outside there. Gets a little leeway going into the turn, but has to back off of it. Olsen and Baldwin still fighting to get around the 66 car. Just took the white flag, one more lap to go. It looks like Sheehy's going to take this dash unless something happens. He's coming around the turn, ready to take the checkered. Smith in second place. Baldwin in third. With Olsen coming in fourth place. And you can see the cars leaving the track now. Dashers are pretty quick, only 4 laps. But you got to be good to get around those first 2 cars. You can see Dean Giese coming out now, ready to line up for the Street Stock Trophy Dash. It's been a warm day. Some of these cars have been sticking pretty good. Some of the other drivers changed their tire arrangement. Been having a lot of trouble in turn 4. See the cars lining up now for the Street Stock Dash. See Bogle moving in there at the end. On your pole position is car 7, Dean Giese. Dean had problems in the main last week. Only finished about half the race. His brother eventually won the main event, coming in first ahead of Al Vogel. Dean is currently in third place, right behind his brother Larry. And Larry is on his outside tonight. Brother's running first and second place in this trophy dash. Right behind him is John Ullery. You might remember a few weeks ago, Larry and John had a few problems and got into a protest after the race. And fast car tonight is car 5U, driven by Al Vogel. You see Brian announcing the cars to Cliff, announcing the drivers to the fans. And you can see the cars starting their motors. Starting up, going around the track now, warming up again for this full lap main event, or trophy dash. Al timed in fast, and then John Ullery went out, timed in and beat Al's time. So Al, having timed in first, went back out for one more lap and beat John Ullery's time by a fraction of a second, thereby gaining himself fast time for the night. See the cars forming up now, coming out of turn 2. And they're going to give them one lap, parade lap, for the fans. Al likes to drop back a little bit, sometimes coming out of turn 4, try and get a slingshot effect as they take the green flag. They'll stay on them as they come around. See how they get off. They didn't get the green. Brian said they were got ahead of themselves, so we're going to go one more time. Larry and Dean jockeying up front, trying to get a position on each other, and they got the green flag as it came down the straight. See Dean jumping ahead a little bit there. John Ullery right behind him. His brother Larry on the outside now. John Ullery trying to take him on the inside as they go down the straight. See Larry backing off a little bit there. They come around and still Dean DC leading this dash. John Ullery in second. It looks like Larry's having a little bit of problem brought back to fourth place now as Vogel takes him a little on the inside. So coming around in this second lap. Going for the white flag this time. See Dean opening up a large lead between the second place car, John Ullery. One more lap to go as they come around. Oh, you can see Larry Deasy spinning out in turn 2, trying to get around Vogel. Being in the last lap, there won't be a yellow flag, and you just saw Dean take the checkered. So it was Dean DC, John Ullery, and Al Vogel taking the 1, 2, 3 in this 4-lap dash. And there comes Larry around to finish up this race. Getting a little loose there. Larry was a little loose timing in. He had to go in, change his tire setting. And while the cars are forming up for the Bomber event, we'll take a break for just a second. You can see the Bombers lined up now for this Bomber Trophy Dash. On the pole position in car 18 is Randy Cook, currently in 8th place in points so far this year. Beside him on the outside in the first lane is Don Dunham in car 29U in 5th place. In the second lane is car 3U, driven by Wayne Hunt. Wayne's currently your leader in points in this 85 season. And on the outside there in second lane is Carlin Lorenzi, driving car 48. Carlin's only in 9th place, but he did get a late start. He didn't drive the first 3 or 4 events. You see the cars going out now for their warm-up laps. They don't give as many warm-up laps to the Bombers as they do the other class of cars. So you can see that they're forming up now already in turn 2. We'll be looking for a green flag as they come out of turn 4. You see cars still jockeying, trying to get a jump on the flag as they come out of turn 4. And Brian didn't give it to him. We'll have to go one more time. See the cars out of position now. Don't think they'll get the green flag this time for sure. See they're forming up and speeding up a little now, anticipating the green flag. See they're formed up well now as they come out of turn 4, and Brian gives them the green flag. We're in to begin this Bomber Trophy dash. See Randy a little loose there in the turn, bumping 29 a little bit there. See Wayne trying to take 29. Dunham on the inside, lost it a little bit there in the turn. Still Dunham in second place now. Dunham and Hunt fighting for third place. And it looks like Lorenzi took it. He's trying the outside, diving in there. You can see Randy Cook in first place with Dunham and Lorenzi fighting for second. Dunham losing it there in the turn. Lorenzi now in second place with Wayne Hunt in third. And as Randy comes out of turn 4, he takes a white flag. One more lap to go. He's going to have to work to hold Lorenzi off, trying to take him on the outside there. Lorenzi really pushing his car as they come down the straight. You can see he's going to make a jump coming out of the turn. Lorenzi lost it a little bit there in the turn, and Randy Cook held on to the lead to take the checkered flag with Wayne Hunt in third. And you can see Dunham still sitting on the infield there in between turns 1 and 2. So we swing around, you can see Randy Cook taking his victory lap with Lensbury on the outside there. And as they leave the track, we'll pause for just a second. All right, we're back here for the Superstock main event. You can see the cars lining up now. On the pole position, we have Tom Cattarelli in car 11. Tom's in second place in points this year. On his outside, we have Don Smith in car 66. Don's presently in third place this year. And in the second lane, we have car number 4 driven by Dennis Sheehy. First place in points this year, so the top 3 cars in 85 are in the front of this pack tonight. On Sheehy's outside in lane 2, we have Mark Baldwin driving car 84. Mark is in 4th. And behind Mark, you can see Randy Olson in car 17. Dennis and Randy had a few problems last week getting around each other. On Randy's outside is Tom Karkin in car number 1. Tom's having trouble with his engine, so he's looking just to take the green in order to qualify for points this evening. In the 7th position is Steve Yates from San Francisco in car 7NZ. And in the 8th position is John Speedway in car 32. So we have an 8-car lineup for this night. See the top 4 cars in this 85 season are at the beginning of the pack. Cars in the rear behind Randy Olson, the last 3 cars there that you see are slower cars who would normally be up front with the system that they use for timing in. The slow cars go in the front, fast cars in the back to make it more competitive. You can see Tom Karkin there in last place. Those cars have placed themselves in that position as they start out to warm up in order not to cause problems at the beginning of the race as they're having problems with their own cars. Tom going slowly around the track. He's just looking to take the green, having real major problems with his engine. See the other cars letting it out, warming their cars up. Now they're slowing down and start going up as they come out of turn 1. You can see Tom Cattarelli there at the beginning. They go around the turn, they'll take a couple more laps, let the slower cars catch up. I don't know if Tom Karkin's going to make the green flag. You can hear his engine knocking in the background there. You can see Cattarelli and Smith leading them in to the straight out of turn 4. Passing Karkin there on the outside. There's the pack as they're coming around into turn 3. Going into turn 4, heading down the straight looking for the green. Brian gives them the green and they're off to racing. The Superstock main event has begun. You see as they come around the turn, down the straight, that Tom's jumped out to the lead. Sheehy's right behind him in second place. Olson's in third, right behind Sheehy. 5th place now as Baldwin moved up. Tom Gattarelli still in first place with Sheehy right behind him and Olsen in third. All 3 cars fighting for first place tonight. 32-car Speedway moving to the outside, letting the fast cars around. So far, Tom's holding on to his first place position. He's really working him over, trying to take over the first place. Look, you see a bump there. Sheehy had to let off, and Olsen wasn't quick enough to back off of it. Hit him in the rear. Around again. Gattarelli in 11 is still in first place position. Sheehy right behind him. Wait for Tom to make a mistake. Down the straight again. Sheehy trying to take him on the outside, getting a little loose. Olsen driving underneath him. Taking over the second place spot. See the fight now for second and third. As Baldwin has moved up behind Sheehy. Now Olsen's making a move on Gattarelli, trying to take over the first place position. So far, no yellow flags in this race. Moving along pretty smoothly. Gattarelli still fighting for his first place. Olsen's luring him behind him, trying to take him on the outside now as they go into turn 2. Still on the outside as they come around straight. Now driving down, trying to take him on the inside, waiting for Gattarelli to make his mistake. Backed off just a little bit as they get into traffic in turn 1. Whoa, we had, looks like Sheehy get into major problem there coming down the straight. Spun all the way around, was clipped by a couple cars before he came to a stop there. Can't tell who's in his front of him there. You can see Gattarelli and Olsen and Baldwin moving around him there. Okay, that's the 7 car. Well, the 7 car's on the infield in front of the flagman. That's Smith backing up there. Apparently, Sheehy had a tire, his right rear tire, go down, caused the problem there. I don't think he was bumped. See Smith heading back towards the pits. I don't know if he'll no, he is going in. I thought maybe he was just going to turn around. Seven NZ sitting on the infield. Looks like someone said he broke a tie rod.
Remember, next week, we've been promised that Frankie Mitchell in car number 14.
Cars stopped over there in front of the grandstand while they tow off Dennis Sheehy. You see Dennis walking back to the pit area now, letting his pit crew take care of the car. See the tow truck starting to haul him off now. Apparently Dennis is through for the evening. And while they clear the obstruction, we'll take a quick break. You can see the tow truck taking Shehe's car to the pits. Word is that his right rear tire kept going, losing air, which caused him to slow down. As he came down the straight, it just went flat on him, causing him to spin all the way around and got bumped out by 2 other cars. And apparently 66 bumped him, and I think broke a tie rod is why Smith came into the pits. There's only three cars left in the event out of the 8 that started. Karkin dropped out first. And then as the accident happened, 7NZ went on the infield, and Smith and Shehe got tangled up going into turn 3. As they come around, Catarelli takes the green flag again. Olson right behind him. Baldwin in the 3rd position. Down to 3 cars. It's going to. Big question is whether Olson's going to be able to take Catarelli. Olson's having trouble going around the outside, so now he's trying an inside track, waiting for Catarelli to give him an opening. Diving underneath there, the guy tangled up. Olson had to back out of it. Try it again. See him trying the outside now and diving underneath. Still Catarelli in the lead. Back in his car, they're putting on another tire. He's going to come back out and make a fight of it. Not one to give up. Olson's not giving up either, as he's still worrying Catarelli. Waiting for Catarelli to take one turn too high, and he's going to dive underneath him. He tried it there and backed out. Now he's going around the outside. I think he's trying to fake Catarelli out. I think he's going high. Now he is going high, going around him even now as they come out of turn 4. He's got the power, he's staying up with him. He's edging ahead as he comes around the turn. As they come down the backstretch, Olson takes him, dives down in front of him, takes over the lead. Oh! And then he gets clipped and spins out just as Shehe came back out onto the track. Okay, they're saying that Randy's still going to take first place as he was in the lead as he spun out. So apparently they're going to tag Catarelli with it, causing the spin out there. They're under the yellow now because of the spin out. Olson did have the right of way as he was more than halfway around him when he went in front. the car's that far ahead, you have to you can't spin him out. You see Catarelli come around just having been given the word. Okay, that was the call. Catarelli was tagged for spinning him out. And as Olson was the leader, he goes back to his first place position. The car causing the spin out, in this case Catarelli, goes to the back of the pack, moving Baldwin into second place. We just saw 7NZ come back out on the track, where it's now back to a 5-car main event. See Shehay back out on the track now, going to make another race of it. And Brian gives him the green flag. You can see Olson jumping way ahead of Baldwin there. Baldwin closing in the turn. Still Olson in first place. 17 car. A lot of power down the straight. Baldwin closing it in the turns with Catarelli right behind him. That was good racing. Olson went around and passed him clean. I don't know if he backed off. Catarelli, causing Catarelli to back or not. That's immaterial now. Olson is in first place. Baldwin in second. Catarelli in third. Apparently Shehay still having problems dropping back half a lap. The leader going down the straight, lapping car 7NZ, Steve Yates. Olson opening up a big lead now. Up to 5 car lengths going down the straight. Baldwin closing somewhat in the turn. Not enough power to keep up with him in the straight though. Catarelli still in third place. Once Olson got around him, that was all there was. Mechanical malfunction could cost Olson the race at this point. Opening up a larger lead now behind Baldwin, in front of Baldwin. See Olson showing his muscle now. About 10 car lengths in front of Mark Baldwin, the 84 car. And they're giving the yellow flag, or excuse me, the white flag. And Olson went around, he got the checkered flag. Winner of this night's main event, with Baldwin in second place, with Catarelli in third. You can see Olson taking his victory lap now. The other cars cooling off with one lap before they go to the pits. Olson getting a big hand from the stands. Popular racer from the Ukiah area. As they leave the track, you can see the street stock cars coming out for their main event, and we'll pause for just a second. Okay, this is your lineup for the street stock main event. A couple cars moving themselves to the back, so I'll try and give it to you as accurately as I can. First pole car there is car 13, driven by Art Anderson. Art was having a whole bunch of problems timing in and in the heat race. Spinning out 3 times, he was eventually black flagged, so it'll be interesting the first couple laps with him in front. Moving up into the second place position is, I believe it's car, let's see, 34. Doesn't look like it, no. Okay, I'll give you the lineup as it was posted again. Car 07U, Nipabella, moved himself to the back of the pack, being a rookie in the street stock division. In third place, you can see Jay Tarver in car 68. In fourth place would have been car 24, Roy Serini, but Roy was towed out of the heat. Moving up into fourth place then is 34 car, Gary Cantrell. On the outside there, you can see car 1, Alex Sarnas, and then Gary Cantrell. Okay, on the outside there is car 58, Ivan Pinkerton. Next is 7X, Dave Burkhart. And on his outside is, I believe it's 77X, Mark Tustin. With car 76, Frank Pavlik next. Bill Evans, car 9, back in this lineup after being spun out in the hot laps and coming sideways in across the pit entryway and then rolling over. He was able to effect repairs and get back into this event. Next is car 34U, driven by Bud Thompson. After Bud is Dean Giese, car 7, followed by his brother Larry Giese in car 14. Right after Larry is car 11, driven by John Ullery. Larry and John got into a little tangle in the heat race. A little hard feelings left over from 2 weeks ago. After John is Al Vogel in car 5U. And at the back of the pack, so the other cars have moved themselves back, is car 07, Nipabella, and car 59. '59, driven by Garrell Winters. And on Ullery's outside is Steve Pierce, car 27, at the back of the pack, getting here late and not being able to time in.
Brian, when we get finished with this one,
Please go on.
car number 07, arriving in the street stock for the first time this evening. Sponsored by Northern Business Systems, powered by Gordon.
Panning back through the field, you can see that car 07 is in this street stock because his car did not qualify for the bomber class as his wheelbase was too short. So they gave him 1 week grace last week and then moved him up into the street stock class this week. And as this is his first time racing street stock, he voluntarily moved himself to the back. Shortly, we should have the move out and let the cars warm up. We'll take a quick break. See the cars moving around the track now. Getting ready for this main event of the street stock class. As I pan around into turn 3, you can see Garrell Winters out of his car. They're still on the yellow. Not sure what Winters' problem is. Looks like he's fixing getting back in his car. The pack has formed up now as they come around. You can see the cars as they go into turn 3. Again, this should be interesting with car 13 in the front, having had his problems timing in and in the heat race. Hopefully it will cause no major problems, but that's yet to be seen. We're going to take one more lap while Winters in the 59 car catches up to the rear of the pack. Okay, cars moving around now, looking for the green flag as they come out of turn 4, going into turn 3 now. We'll see some jockeying around, and Brian gives him the green. See 13 backing off in the straight, 58 Pinkerton. You can see problems there, as we predicted. Major problems there in turn 2. Restart. Looks like, I think it's 34 sitting on the infield. Yes, it is Bud Thompson. Calling for a restart after Pinkerton had moved into the beginning. Back in this race after having spun out in the hot laps again. Having a lot of courage after rolling, putting his car back together and being back in this main event, just like getting off the horse. If you don't get back on it, you may never do. See Pinkerton on the outside of 13 now. I would not like to be Jay Tarver in this position, sitting behind 13. As they come around. Okay, they did not throw the green flag as some of the cars are not in position. 77 moving up into his correct lineup now. Now we have a correct lineup. They'll be coming around for the green flag this time. Being a complete restart, they'll still two abreast. As they come around out of turn 4, see the lead car is taking the green flag. 13 on the inside, dropping back. Pinkerton jumping into the lead again. 13 again spinning out. Same spot, he didn't make it around the turn. So far, as he's on the infield, they haven't thrown the yellow. He's out of the way. The yellow now as the cars come back around to him. I think what they did was they allowed the cars to finish the first lap so they would not have to have a complete restart. You can see Alex Sarnas has taken the lead, followed by Bud Thompson in 34. Pinkerton's now in 3rd place. Larry Giesey's in 4th. Al Vogel's in 5th. Dean Giesey's right behind him. Your 3 leaders are Al Vogel, as far as points goes, are Al Vogel, Larry Giesey, and Dean Giesey. You can see they're all 3 together at the front, almost at the front of the pack. 4th, 5th, and 6th cars. Jay Tarver's dropped back behind him. Steve Pierce and then Cantrell, the 7X and 77 behind him. You can see Ullery's dropped back behind 77. And then your slow cars 07, 59, and the 13 cars now at the rear. There's your leader as they come into turn 3. They have a good lineup. They should be going for the green. They're allowing them one more pass around the track as slow cars spread out. With a single file restart, some cars are half a lap behind as the leader takes the green flag. Word from the pits, from the tech test, is that all of the super stocks have passed their tech test. No eliminations there. You see your leaders coming around again, looking for a green flag this time. And Brian gives him the green, and Alex jumps out to a big lead over Pinkerton. There's your leader, Sarnas, followed by Larry Giese in car 14. Bud Thompson still in third place, followed by Vogel and then Dean Giese. Larry, 13 spun out again, causing a yellow flag. They're going to black flag him, send him to the pits this time. Third time's a charm. As you can see, Sarnas is going to have a hard time holding on to his lead as there are fast cars directly behind him. Nine coming back out onto the track. I hadn't seen him go in. You see your leaders there coming around. With Giese in second place and Vogel in fourth, and Dean Giese right behind Vogel. It's going to be a race of point leaders this year. You can see Pierce right behind Vogel, followed by Pinkerton in 58, Carver in 68, and Ullery in car 11, followed by 77. Being Lou Tustin. And then winners in 59. They're putting Tustin in front of Ullery. Straightening out the lineup as they come around the track. You see cars jockeying for their correct positions. Official saying it looks good now. Now they're correctly lined up. We should go for a green flag as they come out of turn 4. Coming down the straight now, you can see Sarnas first place. And they're coming around, going for the green, and they got the green flag. Giese's right behind him. Sarnas is going to have a hard time holding on to his lead. These fast cars. You see Larry trying to take him on the inside and then backing out of it. You see Vogel trying to take Bud Thompson on the outside, going around him now into turn 1. Al pushing it a little bit, losing it, having to back off. There you can see Larry again. They're trying to dive underneath Alex. Backing off as they go into the turn. Larry's going to try him on the outside there. Coming down the straight. Still Sarnas, followed by Larry Giese. Vogel trying to take Bud Thompson on the outside. Al is moving into third, but getting caught into traffic, having to back off of it there. The leaders passing cars. And there's, okay, and we're throwing a yellow flag because of 34 smoking and dropping oil on the track. I thought Larry Giese had taken Alex, but it was under a yellow flag, so the Sarnas will retain his position. The cars bunched up in turn 4, waiting for the correct lineup. Ellery coming back out on the track now. Sarnas is still your leader with Larry Giese in second. Al Vogel having moved into third. Ahead of Dean Giese in 4th place. Some cars jockeying for position for this restart. Looks like Bud Thompson trying to move between Vogel and Dean Giese, claiming 4th place. Is in the 4th position, moving between Vogel and Dean Giese. Slow cars catching up with the pack. Pierce is in 5th place with Lou Tustin behind him, and then Pinkerton. John Ullery is at the rear of the pack, having gone into the pits. Lineup now. Cars in the front waiting for the slower cars to catch up so that they can go for the green one more time. And they're looking for it coming out of turn 4, and they're back to racing. You can see Larry Giese taking Sarnas on the inside into turn 1, taking over the lead position. Vogel also moving inside, trying to take over 2nd position as they go into turn 3. Vogel losing it a little, backing off. Sarnas retains his 2nd position now. Vogel coming back up on him again. Bud Thompson still in 4th place with Dean Giese right behind him. The fight right now is between Vogel and Sarnas as to who's going to take 2nd place. Long ways to go in this main event. You can see Ullery again leaving the track. Having a lot of problems tonight. You see Vogel moving outside of Sarnas now, trying to take him on the outside. Bud bumping him a little there as they go through the turn. See Vogel's now in 2nd place with Larry Giese in the lead. That's open. You can see a large lead now, about 10 car lengths as Vogel moves around the track. Larry Giese moving very easily through the pack. Vogel trying to catch him now. Larry Giese lapping cars as he goes around. Vogel still in 2nd place. Alex in 3rd. 2 cars right behind him trying to take over his position. Dean Giese and Bud Thompson. Dean's moved into 4th, now taking Sarnas, trying to acting out of it there as he went into the turn. Dean and Bud fighting for the 4th place position, trying to take it away from Alex Sarnas. See him fighting in the turn there. Thompson taking him on the outside now, moving into the 3rd position. Sarnas spinning out there with Giese going around him. For spinning out there, you can see as the car's coming around. Still, Larry Giese in 1st. Vogel shortening his lead though. Coming around. Your 3rd car is Bud Thompson in 34. With Steve Pierce in 4th position with Dean Giese right behind him. Still still moving easily through the pack. Vogel shortening his lead though somewhat, down to about 10 car lengths now. Larry had moved quite a ways ahead. Thompson now in third position, followed by Pierce and Dean Giese. So the big battle right now is for third. Pierce not being able to take Thompson. He's right behind the two of them. Leaders coming around through traffic now. Larry Giese moving on the inside. Jay Tarver going into turns 3 and 4. Vogel moving on inside with Tarver also. Trying to catch Larry Giese, shortening his lead now to about 6 car lengths. Now pushing his car very hard, trying to catch Larry. You can see Vogel's moving on him. Larry's still moving easily through the pack, having no trouble through traffic. Passing winners there. Getting caught behind one car. Now moving over and letting him by. You see that short, his lead on Vogel about 1 car length as they come down the straight. Word from the officials is that Jay Tarver. We got a flip right in front of us on the infield. Tires flying. Looks like the car went end over end. We're not sure who it is. Dean Giese flipping end over end right in front of pit row. We're not sure what caused it. We can see him moving inside of his car, getting out of his car now. We're not, he looks shaken up, but he is moving around. Engine on fire now.
Right inside of the car there.
Did anyone see what happened? As I was on the leader, I did not see what caused the problem. He's okay. Just shaken up a little bit. Across the track, you can see his brother's car smoking a little bit. We hope there's no problem there, as there is a good race between Larry and Al Vogel. After the race, we'll try and find out what happened. Maybe interview Dean again to see what happened as they come out of turn 2 to cause that flip. As I looked down, I could see the car standing on end before it fell over on its back and then onto its side. There's 22 laps down, 3 laps to go. It's going to be a sprint to the finish between Larry Giese in 14 and Al Vogel in car 5U. You can see there isn't much of a crowd on the track. Pit crew's noting Skip's warning to allow the wreckers and the ambulance room to get to any accidents, any problems.
Everyone come out there during the race.
Yeah, he's okay. Dean's having a streak of bad luck, having gone into the wall last week, having to leave the race early. This is unfortunate, as there is only 3 laps left in this main event. We're gratified that Dean is okay. Took a real hard bounce there. We'll pause for a second as they clear the track. They have towed Dean's car off. Larry moved around the track, talked to his father there beside the car. See how Dean was. Fairly close family in racing. Dave Giese, the father, was in the pro drag circuit for a number of years. Still has a car in his garage, but helping his sons in these street stock events. And again, we'll pause until they get the lineup straightened out. As we see the cars formed up across the field, word from the ambulance is that Dean is okay. They checked him out. We're not sure what caused it. As we were on the leaders, Larry and Al Vogel, as I looked down away from the camera, I could see Dean's car standing on end straight up and then falling over onto its top and rolling onto its side. We're gratified that everybody's okay. We're not sure who caused the accident at this time. Apparently someone came out of turn 2 wide open, caused into Dean's way, causing him to hit him and flip up. Your leaders are still Larry Giese moving off there, followed by Al Vogel. 07 and 59 are several laps down, as is 7X and 9. I believe 34U is still in third place, followed by Pierce and Pinkerton. The other cars in between the lead cars and Bud Thompson being several laps down. Forming up now, allowing the slower cars to catch up. No word yet as to what caused the accident or who caused the accident. Officials still straightening out the lineup. Bill Evans discussing his position on the infield. While they straighten it out, we'll pause. 3 laps to go. Got the green light again. Still Giese and Vogel fighting for first place. As they come down in the turn, Vogel still trying to get around him. I believe there's only 2 laps left now. Ullery's back in the pits again. Giese's opened up a several car length lead now as he takes the white flag down the backstretch. Carver's on the infield, as you saw there. Still a dash to the finish. Vogel falling behind slightly. And Larry Giese's taking the checkered flag with Al Vogel in second. And Bud Thompson in third. Followed by Steve Pierce in the 27 car. And as they leave the track, we'll pause for just a second. Cars are lining up now for the Bomber main event. We'll give you the lineup as it was posted. Obviously, several cars have dropped out due to accidents or placing themselves in the back of the pack. And from this distance, it's hard to judge exactly which car's in which place as they move them around. Pole position car would have been Dave Wood in car 47, with George Abella, the 73 car, on the outside. In third place would be car 95, Kevin Curl, and it looks like they are the top three cars. In fourth position would be car 50, Mike Rossetti, new to the track this night. Behind them, in fifth position, would be car 21, Todd Lofton, and John Svensson on the outside in the sixth place position. As I move back, in seventh place should be Dale Dodds, car 84, and you can see him there. I think we lost the 50 car. And next would be Tim Rowland in car 83, followed by Tim Rowland. Well, that's Tim Rowland in car 83 with Denny Kashada in 69. Cars beginning to warm up now. Next would be Jim McKimmey in car 25, followed by John Saunders in 34U, with Mike Yaw in the 8 car next, followed by Larry Barnett in 7. See him as they come around. Next will be Dave Reese in 26, followed by Bob Danner in 02, Randy Cook in 18, 29U Don Dunham, Wayne Hunt 3U, and Carlin Lorenzi, the fast car of the night, in 20th position. See the cars coming out of turn 4, taking the green flag. George Abella moving into first place. Other cars jockeying behind him. 47 and 50 being in second and third place as they come around the turns, with 34 on the inside there. George Abella way ahead now, fight at the present time for second place. Red light going on as it looks like 02 Danner on the infield in front of the grandstand. Red flag stopping the pack. There are no yellows in this Bomber event. And the only time a red flag is thrown is for a serious safety hazard, where a car spins out or is turned around and is still on the track in the way of other cars. The officials will stop it to clear the track and then give them a green flag again. As they didn't finish the first lap, they will have a complete restart, 2 car abreast for this event. And while they straighten the pack out, we'll pause for just a second. Officials have straightened out the pack, or they're still in the process. They're almost completed now. It's 47 and 73, your lead cars, followed by 95 and looks like 34U in the second lane. See the cars as they come around. This car 50 in fourth place. And they get the green flag and go back to racing. 47 dropping back immediately. Bella jumping out in front again. Several cars spinning there because of the 47 car. Dropping back into it. 95 was bumping them out. We have one lap down. His official race now. Bella's still in the lead. Cars coming around. Car 50 in second place, followed by 24 and 25. And then car 69. Bella going down the straight. Right now for second place. Still 50 and 24 fighting for second place. They're down the straight. Still even as they come down the back stretch. 50 and 24, followed by 25. Still Bella in the lead. Still 50 and 24, followed by 25 right behind him. There you can see moving into second place. Jim McKinney trying to take over third from the 24 car. Tim rolling in 83 right behind him on the outside. Cars still fairly well bunched out. The shot in 69 right behind McKinney. You can see him starting lap 95 now as they come out of turn 2. 50 still holding on to second place. In front of McKinney. 24 falling back to fourth place now, fifth place. As Kashada moves up in front of him. Fast cars starting to move up now. McKinney moving into second. Kashada moving into third now. Down the straight, 25's passing the 73 car on the outside. You see the dust from car 7 spinning out, never taking his foot out of the turn. The black flag extending to the pits. You can see Jim McKinney and Kashada taking over first and second. Georgia Abella falling into third place. Kashada making the move now on McKinney as they come out of turn 2. Officials keeping an eye on Kashada as they feel he was sandbagging in the time trials. Word I have from his pit crew is that after he times in, Jerry Nelson, super sports driver, goes over and helps him reset the car up so that he does better in the heats and the main event. Backing off there, giving ground to McKinney. Now passing the 95 car on the outside. McKinney still has a comfortable lead now in front of Kashada. 73 being passed now on the outside. Looks like my job. Oh, that's the 12 car. Willie Lawson from Caution. Willie Lawson looks like he's moving into third place now. Your lead is tightening up as Kashada is working on McKinney on the inside there. The other car being a lap down now. You can see Kashada bumping him coming out of the turn. McKinney holding on to his lead though. Not spinning out. Are your leaders now in this Bomber main event. Jimmy in the 25 car still holding off the 69 car driven by Kashada. Other cars forming up on him, coming through the pack. Dunham and Spencer place, followed by Dunham in 29, and then Wayne Hunt in 3U. You can see the third and fourth cars closing on the leaders. Kashada spinning out McKimmey there in turn 1. They're going to put Kashada to the back of the pack for that spin out. They're going to red flag the race in order to put Kashada to the rear and put McKimmey back in the lead. You see the there's the 29 car. I believe will move into third. McKimmey being put in the front. Kashada in the rear. Should move Lawson in the 12 car into second place. Move Dunham into third and Wayne Hunt into fourth. You can see the cars stopped there across the field as they straighten out the lineup. A cheer from the crowd as McKimmey was announced as being put again in first place. The rule being that if the leader is spun out, the car spinning them out goes to the back and the leader gets put back in front. You can see a driver and a passenger from a car off the track over by the fence there. We're not sure who or which car it is. And we'll pause for just a second. The officials are putting Kashada into the pits for that intentional spin out. Okay, so McKimmey in the lead, followed by Lawson in the 12 car, Dunham in 29U, followed by Wayne Hunt in 3U. You can see 34, I believe he's several laps down, as are most of the rest of the cars. You see him moving around turn 2. You can see 18 coming back out on the track. Cars moving around now. Lineup having been corrected by the officials. Looks like Yaw is in 5th place. 34 car and the 95 car are laps down. They are between him and Wayne Hunt in 3. You can see McKimmey, followed by Lawson in 12. Dunham in 29. Wayne Hunt, the 34 and the 95 car, and then Mike Yaw in car 8, followed by Avella in 73. Danners, Dave Reese, followed by Roland in 83. They're going to get one more lap around as the cars in the rear were somewhat behind. Lineup's correct. Cars forming up now. They'll be looking for the green as they come out of turn 4. You see Lawson right on McKimmey's tail as they go around the turn. Lawson got the jump on him as they came out of the turn. They're giving the green flag and the white flag at the same time. You see Lawson and McKimmey getting loose. McKimmey losing it. Lawson and Dunham fighting for the lead as they come out of turn 3 and 4. Heading for the checkered flag. You can see him bumping there. 29 taking the checkered, with Lawson losing it on the infield there. It looks like, well, I'm not sure who's in third. Okay, 25 spun out because he lost the left rear tire. Officials calling. Okay, Judy, the official scorekeeper, checking her lap count, believes that the finish was the 29 car, Dunham being in first place, and as 12 went in the infield, Wayne Hunt went around him to take second place, and unofficially it's still Lawson, the 12 car, in the third position. We'll notify you as she verifies her count. You can see Yaw on the infield there. I believe he was affected by the spin out of McKimmey in turn 2. You can see Mike Yaw heading back into the pits now. 18 was beside him there on the infield. As they've cleared the track, we'll pause. You can see the compact car, the top 3 finishers in the street stock, and the top 4 finishers in the bomber division all passed their tech test. Officials checked out the top 4 until Judy gives the official top 3. She wasn't sure, again, whether the 4th place car passed Lawson or whether Lawson came in 2nd or 3rd, having gone onto the infield as Wayne Hunt went around him as they took the checkered flag. And what we're going to do is pause now and try and go down and talk to Dean Giese, find out what happened in his crash. We're in the pit area now, and you can see the side of Dean Giese's car as he's being towed away. Some damage to the front end there. Major problems. We just hope it doesn't knock Dean out for the year.
Oh boy, Bob, did you hear that? What?
Really tore everything up in his car.
That's tweaked.
Thanks a lot. I'll remember that.
As I look down from filming across the field, I could see the car standing on its nose, and then it fell over onto its top and then onto its side. First man there, I believe, was George Kinman, verifying that Dean was okay before they rolled the car back over, not wanting to injure Dean or injure him further if Dean had any medical problems. And we'll pause as we try and find Dean.
Talking about you talking to everybody.
See Dean talking to George Kinman and his father Dave. We're happy that there were no major problems.
Yeah, you can.
I'm in the pits here with Dean and his father Dave. Dean, what happened out there?
Well, I got hit by another car. I'm not sure which one, and it turned me toward the pit gate, and I tried to turn out of it, and I hit the poles down there. Didn't quite make it back out.
Looked like you flipped straight up and then landed over on your top. How you feel?
My neck's a little sore.
Any other problems?
No, the car's bent.
How does it feel to be sitting in the car looking straight down at the ground?
Didn't feel very good.
It's not a pleasant sensation. Have you determined any problems with the car yet?
A little bit of bent sheet metal and tubing and some suspension, but we can straighten it.
Looked like you had a fire after they pushed it over.
Yeah, it's a carburetor fire. Nothing serious.
Dave, how does it feel to see something like that?
It'll scare you.
It's no fun at all being out here not knowing what's actually going on.
Well, that's right. You know, it's no fun to see any driver go over like that, and especially when it's a relative, a son of yours. Well, it really puts the fear into you. You want to get out there and make sure everything's okay before a big fire starts or anything like that.
Looked like George Kinman got out there first, check you out before he rolled you over.
Yeah, Kenny Brazil and I were out there first.
Yeah, they were there first.
Okay.
They're the first ones I saw anyway.
You checked him out right away then?
Oh yeah, I asked him. First thing I did, I just bent down and said, "You all right, Dean?" And he said, "Yeah," and I shut the battery, main disconnect switch off on the battery so we couldn't get a battery fire going too, electrical on top of everything else. Or if there was a short, at least it wouldn't start a gas fire.
Did you see what had happened as they came out of the turn?
No, I seen a car hit him, and I seen him going sideways, and I got to watching his car so close that I don't even know who hit him.
Well, I'm glad everything's okay, and I hope you're back next week.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck.